This is Eyewitness News, the news leader, with Bill Ritter and Liz Cho, Scott Clark with sports, and Lee Goldberg with the exclusive AccuWeather forecast. Now, Eyewitness News at 6.
Tonight, an Eyewitness News investigation reveals a dramatic increase in the number of NYPD officers leaving for better paying jobs. So, how much is it costing the department and taxpayers? Plus, a new citywide crackdown on livery cab drivers who illegally pick up passengers. And good evening to you at 6 o'clock. I'm Liz Cho.
And I'm Bill Ritter. We're going to begin tonight with that Eyewitness News exclusive. A mass exodus at the NYPD. No other way to describe it. New York City cops, trained at great and public expense, are leaving in droves to take higher paying jobs in other cities. One reason? Rookie cops are paid a barely livable wage, $25,000 a year. Now, right now, an arbitration panel is deciding whether to raise that salary. But the truth is the damage has already been done. The investigator's Jim Hoffer is here with his exclusive story. Jim?
Bill and Liz, puppeteers in Central Park make more money than NYPD police rookies. A rookie cop's starting salary is $25,000. Is it any wonder many of them are leaving for better paying jobs as small-town cops? When the most expensive city in the country pays its crime fighters a starting salary of $25,100, consequences follow.
The salary was reduced 40%, the starting salary. So this is what this department has had to address.
To gauge the impact, we filed a Freedom of Information request with the city to find out how many police officers were resigning for better paying jobs as cops in the suburbs. The NYPD said it would take at least until July to determine whether it had that information. That's when we decided to do our own research, for months calling police departments throughout the greater New York area. The numbers add up to a virtual exodus of NYPD officers. In just the last 2 years, hundreds of city cops, many of them rookies, have handed in their badges and headed to the suburbs for better pay. The numbers are likely much higher, since many departments, such as the state police, did not have that information. Still, we documented that in a 24-month period, more than 400 NYPD officers quit their jobs to join other forces.
It'll save us thousands of dollars by taking them just in the training.
Middletown, New York has hired 8 NYPD officers in the last 2 years, each of them already academy trained at city's taxpayers' expense of $80,000 per officer.
It's a huge savings for us. We save the training costs, we save the cost of the academy itself.
Middletown officer Michael McDonald left the NYPD after just 9 months.
I lived at home with my parents because I couldn't afford to have an apartment.
The move to Middletown brought an immediate $15,000 boost in his pay.
I got the phone call to come up here, so I came up as soon as I could.
Middletown officer Colleen McCrae also left the NYPD shortly after graduating from the academy.
My dad used to give me cash so I could pay for food during the week. It was like an allowance. It's pretty sad being an adult and your parents having to basically give you allowance just because you don't make enough money at work.
While the starting salary at the NYPD is $25,100, in Middletown, cops start at more than $45,000.
A good percentage of the people I've known from when we went to the academy together are making an exodus out of New York City.
We'll pay a price down the road.
This expert on police and public policy says the decrease in the starting salary threatens to weaken the NYPD and reverse the crime-fighting gains that help fuel the city's economic boom. Do you think that we're starting to see some kind of adverse impact because of these low wages for the police officers?
Starting with the fact that we're losing people at the academy itself, the answer is yes. If we don't pay attention to who we recruit or how we compete in the process of recruiting police officers, it's going to affect us for years to come.
Our repeated request for an interview with Commissioner Kelly were ignored. The fate of police salaries is currently in the hands of the arbitrator, who is right now meeting at this hour, the panel. No decision, though, expected this evening. The simple fact, Bill and Liz, on these salaries, the police can't afford to live in the city they protect.
And he's living with his mother and father.
And getting an allowance, some of them.
You know,
It's
it's that
shame.
bad. So
yeah,
it changes.
It's a real shame. Thanks
Jim.
Jim.